Hey, this week we're discussing motivating operations in use of ABA. And a motivation operation is basically an event that can either encourage or prevent a specific behavior that we want to achieve or either to extinguish. Um, One example I can use from working with my daughter Sophie, who's autistic, is when I was homeschooling her, we often had difficulty in trying to get her to complete the actual participation part of lessons we went over, say, such as getting her to answer 5 math problems, such as in simple addition, one digit addition. She usually was very resistant to it because she had other things on her mind she wanted to do. So one of the biggest reinforcers for her was time on her iPad. So I would state to her, Sophie, I need you to do these 3 or 5 problems, and I knew she could do them based on the lesson I had done with her. But she often was resistant because she felt that the lesson that we taught her was enough and that she didn't have to do any practice. So if she would not attempt, I would specify to her, Sophie, if you do not do the 3 problems that I had written for you, you will not have access to your iPad. And when she would see me put the iPad up, put it away in a drawer where she could not get it, she generally, while she would really get upset about it, she generally, after a minute, would go and would quickly complete the problems and do them accurately so she could get access to her iPad. So that's one instance in which withholding a motivating operation, encouraged her to do the work, the target behavior that we wanted. Another one I can think of I used today with a student in one of the autism programs I supervise. We have a kid on the spectrum who is very driven to get goldfish crackers, the little goldfish that all kids love. And so the teachers were working with him on getting him to select a particular letter when presented with 3 different letters. So say you had the letters E, L, and A, and you put the 3 down, and they would request that he would pick up the one laminated letter, say, give us the letter E. And so he knew that it would be specified to him the reward was if he selected the correct letter, he would receive 2 goldfish crackers. So if he selected the wrong letter, he got no reinforcement. And if he selected the correct letter and placed it in the hand of his teacher, he was given the 2 goldfish crackers. And then we would immediately follow that up by having him select that same letter 2 more times, for which he would be reinforced with right away. And then after the fact, we would move to other letters to see if it would generalize over to selecting other correct letters, which we knew he knew how to do. It's just a point of getting him motivated enough to do so. One way I think BCBAs could really use this motivation operation as well is, say, with children on the spectrum who often are seeking attention from their peers, and they do things like pinch or scratch to try and get the attention, but we want to promote more pro-social behaviors such as high fives or at least tapping them on the shoulder without doing any hitting, scratching. And so finding a reinforcer that is motivating enough to get that kid to do a more pro-social behavior is something the BCBA could do to try and effort a student to be able to engage in those pro-social behaviors. Thanks.